What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, we are going to be discussing whether or not fathers are better parents than mothers. So without further ado, let's go.
Women raise
Facts.
simps.
No,
That is facts. Women raise simps.
I can like tell in a guy's voice if he didn't have a mom in the home. I don't know how to describe it, but
You mean
like
a dad?
In his
oh, sorry,
voice.
dad.
Wouldn't
No, I'm serious.
Wow.
Like you can just tell in the way they interact with you. It's
I'm
it's really
serious.
weird. I don't know.
What would you say? It's like more feminine or like?
Slightly, yeah.
Wow.
Or it's like they
Okay.
almost like. It's almost okay. I feel like when you look at a kid that's a boy, right? It's like they're naturally the things men should be. Like they speak their mind, they like play, they're like like all that stuff. And it's like you see that 22 years later, you can just see they've been like feminized, and it's like they're almost like programmed to think differently because like women raise them and are telling them what to say and what to think.
Yeah.
What's
What
wrong
would
with
you
that?
say that's the same? Sorry.
What?
Would you say it's the same with if the father's in the life but just not in the home? Do you still see that? Or do you...
It depends. I think like if it's 50-50 custody potentially, but if the mom like I know a couple where like I can't tell, but they're usually older.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But then a caveat to that as well is that when it comes to single parent homes where the father is the single parent, the kids tend to turn out better than when the mother is a single parent.
Why do you think that?
Where did you know why that is?
I don't know why that is,
Okay.
but I would argue that.
It's after the age of like women raise better kids up to the age of like 7, where men raise better kids after, and it's because, I mean. They think it's because men are more consistent where women are more emotional. So it's like
Yes.
confusing for a kid, like what's right, what's wrong when mom's on her period once a month and like today, like this is really wrong, but last week is kind of wrong, you know? And the other thing is
I never knew that.
Is that like a factual thing though?
I
Not a
don't.
factual thing.
I don't know if it's factual,
Or
but
is she just saying that because
well,
she thinks that's true?
I mean, it makes sense. You know what she's saying, but that's the first time I'm ever hearing that. I always thought that the mothers was, I guess,
That's if they raise the kids.
yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, you know, I know a lot of single parent households and they kids ain't shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and not everybody is emotional when they're on their periods. So that comment, I didn't like that.
I mean, like I say, ain't nothing absolute. So, you know, you got some exceptions, but for the most part, everyone I know get real emotional on their period. So, you know, we all got different hormones.
Yeah.
So, but that's the first time me ever hearing.
Do you think that's valid though? Do you think that's true?
I believe it can be true because, like she was saying, women are highly emotional. So one day it might be okay to do something. The next day she might be emotional about something else, and now it's not okay. Whereas men are more logical, more consistent, more, you know, more structured. And
You don't think men would, let's say the baby is like crying, like, I want this, and the dad, you don't think the dad would be like, you know what, just get it so the baby can stop?
well, it depends, and this is why we have the age ranges because 1 through 7, you know, that's where the mother would dominate because moms have more patience in that area. Whereas
Right.
though kids, I mean, whereas though dads, you know, we really don't, we can't tolerate all that crying. You know what I mean? So after a certain age, when the child is, you know, can take verbal commands, can sleep through the night, you actually can control them without actually even having to touch them or anything.
No, I'm saying like, would you say that the dad also could not like be like, you know what, I'm tired today. I don't feel like dealing with the whole I'm gonna be strict or I'm gonna be consistent with whatever I've been consistent with. Let me just let this kid have whatever they're crying for.
Well, yeah, you got.
Because even if they're older, they can still be like brats and cry about things.
Well, like I just said, nothing is absolute. You have dads that probably don't want to be bothered at all, and then you have dads that are like, generally in men, we know what's going to happen, so we'll structure our life around what's going to happen to make our lives easier.
What do you know about what's gonna happen?
So, like, what were you just saying about, you said toys or if the baby's crying?
Yeah.
So if we know the baby's going to cry, we'll put things in place for the baby to either help prevent them from crying, or if they are crying, help them get over it faster. You know what I mean?
Trying to foresee what's going to happen and create boundaries around it.
Create boundaries or, contingency plans around what's going to happen or how can we prevent this from happening in the future. Whereas women most likely they just react off of what's going on right now. They might not think about what's going to happen in the future. Not saying like I said, nothing's absolute. But in general, that's how we operate. We're logical. We want to make sure this is not going to happen again, or we can help ease the pain for us and the baby going forward.